Alright, hello everybody, it's Chris, Zarden22, and we're going to the PlayStation for the first time on my channel here. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh, so that's what happens, you don't label anything. Seriously. Alright. Voice sounds a little bit different today, it's because I've got a new headset. So, yeah. Really digging this thing. It's comfortable, and it seems to record really well. So, you know. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is actually, I think, it's the beginning of, well, arguably, you know, the modern 2D classic Castlevanias. You know, with the Metroidvania style of gameplay, where you have a large area, you know, the castle as a whole is just one large map that you explore at your leisure, depending on what and depending on what upgrades you have or might need to gain access. Game starts with the prologue, which covers basically the ending of Rondo of Blood. Loading screens. See if I can. Damn, I want to try to get that thing stationary. All right, and we start off. There we go. Alright, that's getting annoying. So all this gear up here that I can't even use. God, I love the fucking music of this game.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh.
You know, this game exists.
I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Yeah, I can't interrupt this.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Right, this game comes from the, like, you know, time period back with old PlayStation games where they were just kind of getting into voice acting with games. And it shows, but in, like, the best way possible. Nope. Come on. I would go into controls right now, but Richter plays nothing like Alucard, who's, you know, you're playing for the rest of the game, so... Pretty trippy background right now, though. Make it rain!
No, this cannot be!
was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of Vampires who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest Shaft. However, one night 4 years later, under the glare of the full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the castle of Count of Dracula, which was rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized out of the mist, as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard, the very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to battle his immortal father, Count Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers and entered into what was supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now, he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can sit in and say who shall emerge victorious. You know, if I want to do narrating, I really need to learn to read ahead of where I'm saying, because... God. I need to get a handle on this whole brain-mouth thing. That is a big fucking moon. Okay, loading screen. And nope, come on. Oh, ah. I call bullshit. I can't move this fast in game. Okay, yeah. Oh, who am I kidding? Yeah, I got zombies. So, in this game, as opposed to, most other Castlevanias where you play a Belmont, you're playing Alucard, the son of Dracula. You don't have a whip, you have a sword, you can pick up a couple other weapons, most of which are swords. I think you pick up some maces. Alucard's got this bitchin' cape, which just flows everywhere he goes. Got a backslide, he's got a shield. He has some special attacks, sometimes depending on weapon.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again. What?
I know a lot of people consider this game to be, a victim of, early PlayStation bad voice acting, but I'll be honest, I actually have the only person I have an issue with the voice acting in this entire game is Richter Belmont. Like, I love Death's voice in this game, and Alucard's just perfect. God damn it. Oh cool, I got a sword. Another sword. I like Dracula's voice. It's a bit, over the top and hammy, but in a good way. Death, I think, is just perfect. And, the voice actor for Alucard, I don't know the guy's name. I really should know it, but I don't. He sounds equal parts badass and apathetic, which, I don't know, to me feels appropriate for a guy that basically believes his existence is a sin. He's like, I'm half vampire. I really shouldn't exist, and he's out to kick his own dad's ass. I mean... Ow. Yo, Alucard's not a happy guy. Ow. Motherfucker. Okay, I don't trust myself not to step on that again. Hide Curious. You know, I'd probably do better if I just you know, equipped a fucking sword, but no, I'm stubborn. There we go. I'm relatively familiar with this game. I've spent enough time playing it to where I know, like, what most of the rare drops from enemies are. I know where a lot of the secrets are. I think I can find all the relics. Like, I can basically 100% this game. Well, okay, that's actually not hard. This game goes up to 200, but and I'm gonna try to make as most efficient a route as I can through this. You know, just to not waste time. Oh good, poison, just what I need. Nope. Of course, I'm already letting my impatience get the better of me. Oh, was it here? Oh, let's equip the sword real quick. Not the red rust. Nope, okay. Okay, I'm poisoned, but I don't know if it's doing anything, because I haven't lost any hit points. I unfortunately don't know what half the statuses do with this game that aren't, like, I know what, I know Curse does, because it's fucking annoying. I know what Stone does, because it's painfully obvious. I'm assuming Poison is like everything else where it should deal damage to me, but I'm not losing health, so I don't know. Oh, I almost thought I was going to land on the spikes. Not that I need the poison to kill me, I'm fucking an idiot. I'm going to get myself killed here in a bit. You know what? I am about to get myself killed like a jackass. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and... God dang it. I'm using a thing mapped to a analog stick, and it's fucking me up because I'd use a D-pad, but I don't have any controllers with a good D-pad. I'm still running this off emulator, but I'm also actually running it. It's a PlayStation emulator. I'm running this off the actual disc. So this isn't a real PlayStation, but this is the real game. So I'm technically still kind of playing this with an Xbox 360 controller. You know, I have a Rock Candy PS3 controller that's, you know, green, but I've tried playing this with that, and, like, I can set the D-pad, but it's technically still laid out like a fucking Xbox controller with the way the analog sticks and the D-pad are positioned. And I have a hard time doing, like, the motions for spells and stuff, because, you know, there's spells in this game which require, for lack of a better description, like Street Fighter attack motions. There's a lot of, like, subtle fuck-ups that occur when I'm trying to use the, Yeah, actually, I want the X. There's lots of subtle fuck-ups I have when I'm trying to use the D-pad on that controller. Alright, and we have our first boss. Slogger and Gaibin. Actually, I think it's possible to run to these guys earlier if you go back to that room where you met death. enough hearts to use my weapons. Come on, bird. Come on. Okay, it's one dead. Come on, Guyman. Come down. Gotcha. Oh, he got red. Who needs a sword? I've got fists. See, after every boss fight, you'll get a maximum life increase, which is awesome. Oh wow, double ding. Alright, seriously, you're getting on my nerves. Oh, bloody zombies. Let's go over controls. Let's see. Well, going with standard PlayStation controls, square and circle are your action buttons. Basically, you can set weapons or shields to them. X is your backdash, which is a dodge, which is basically a dodging type move used to avoid stuff. It also technically is slightly faster than your basic walking animation, so people that play this game a lot tend to use that as their primary locomotion at points. You have a jump button. It's where you think it is. You open up your inventory with the usual button you would to pause. There's the select button opens up your map, which currently is not very big. It'll get bigger. Shoulder buttons are reserved for transformations that you gain later in the game, such as Fog, Bat, and Wolf. Most of those are basically just movement upgrades. They don't do much else in regards to your combative abilities. Like, Wolf gets a few things, and Bat has a couple attacks, but overall they're meant to get you places, not fight stuff. Let's show off this. If you have... Ow. You have spells, like this, which is called Dark Metamorphosis, which, well, it's supposed to when you spill blood. I guess since I'm not using a blade, probably should equip something. Usually go with the fist until I get the Bacillard. I don't know how to pronounce it. Either way, it's a little stabby knife. Small thing: if you hold the button with the Bacillard, you can actually hold it out, and you can block attacks with that. So. That's neat.